Nintendo finally had a new Direct. Unfortunately, it didn't have anything that was actually developed by Nintendo. This Direct was on July 20th, and it was called the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. And they announced it the night before with, like, what some are saying a cryptic tweet, but I sort of disagree. The tweet was, we'll debut the first Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, a series focused on titles from our development and publishing partners. We'll share a few updates on a small group of games that were previously announced, and check out the full video release at 7 a.m. Pacific time. So we had some games released, but before we talk about those games, I kind of want to talk about the tweet. What did you guys think about the tweet? Did you think it was cryptic? What are your impressions on the tweet?
I think it made no sense. Like, I don't know why they would phrase it that way. I feel like they were trying to build up hype, but then also try to manage expectations. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't explicitly say that there will be no first-party titles. Like, they say our development and publishing partners. Like, when I hear our development partners, I think of that could be an in-house developer. Like, it doesn't have to be a third party or a second party. So I just wish that they... Go ahead.
Like, okay, so like you're talking about like Retro Studios. Doesn't Nintendo publish that game though? They're just the developer. So like when I read that as publishing partners, if it's not published by Nintendo, that's a third party. Mm-hmm. So I interpreted that
but I had it as... Yeah, see, this is where I got confused because it didn't make. I don't know. It's like I took it that it could be like our development
partners
teams
and
publishing partners.
Right, because a development partner could be Retro, but then they'd also have another like piece of content from their publishing partners. I can see the confusion. I definitely didn't read it the way that John read it. And I'm assuming, Camilo, you read it the same way as I did?
I just read it as we're going to have a small Direct with third-party games.
Yeah.
But another thing that they didn't say, but the Japanese tweet said, the Japanese tweet said it will be around 10 minutes long. This doesn't say anything about length. So, you know, in Nintendo, like, they don't acknowledge rumors, but they have to know that these rumors are happening. Like, the 35th anniversary Mario collection rumor has been around for a while, and everybody thought that was going to be announced during the next Direct.
Right.
Like, they should have done something to just nip that in the bud right away. Which I think they tried to, but it's just a very odd phrasing.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was just going to be... I mean, you tweeted about it, and I responded to you. I talked to you about this offline, because, like, you and I are on Twitter all the time, and you tweeted something, and I was just like, just the internet is going to freak out. I think this is, like, basically going to be underwhelming, and, like, everyone's just going to be butthurt.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
exactly
what happened.
And that's what happened. So, anyways, called it. Not sure if I'm happy that I was right, but... let's jump into the games. That's enough about the tweet. They showed off, in my opinion, 3 cool things. They had DLC for the Cadence of Hyrule, which I'm into. I hope it's very inexpensive, because it doesn't look like it's all that complicated or, like, cool.
Yep.
Then they have Rogue Company, which is made by the guys who make Smite, and I think it's like, it's not a hero shooter, is it?
I don't think so. It looks like a team-based shooter.
Yeah. Team-based third-person shooter.
Yeah.
Then a very awful-looking game, WWE Battlegrounds. And, I mean, hey, no offense. Like, I'm not trying to offend you if you are into the WWE, but that game is just not for me. And I think the character models look super weird.
You know what it looks like?
What does
it looks like the NBA...
Jam?
I don't know if it's called NBA... Yeah, kind of like NBA Jam. The
character was it Playgrounds?
Playgrounds, yeah. It looks like those character models.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They're just like a little short and stocky, and I think they look weird. I don't know. I'm just not into it. Then we had announcements that I was personally excited for because I like the Persona games and I've never got into the Shin Megami Tensei games. And we had an announcement for Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, which, if you guys can correct me, I don't think had actually been announced before.
No, that was new.
No, the
that
remaster.
was new.
That was new.
So they lied.
Liars! Is that why the video has like 50,000 downvotes?
You said this wasn't gonna be there.
And then we also had the first reveal for Shin Megami Tensei 5, which was basically announced at Switch launch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for both of those games. I think those were awesome. And I just thought that was cool. So like I wasn't disappointed really. I was like, yeah, I always want more news, but like, yo, you gave me like 2 games that I'm gonna buy. Like, if you give me 2 things that I'm gonna buy in a direct, like, shouldn't that be enough?
No.
But like, there's obviously not like, you know, JRPG fans. If you're not a JRPG fan and you watch that, you got WWE Battlegrounds, Rogue Company, and DLC for an indie game that you've never heard of. Like, that's bad. That's pretty bad. And I understand that from that point of view. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess now that we've listed the games, which ones are you guys the most excited for? Or are you excited for none of them?
I actually really liked Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah.
So I'll probably check out the DLC. I might wait until the extra story part comes out. Because...
Oh, the Majora's Mask?
Yeah, because there's 3 different pieces, right? There's the character pack that I think released today.
Yes.
Then
you could definitely pre-order it today and get extra skins.
Yeah, you could
buy.
You could buy like the season pass. And then,
yeah, the season pass.
Uh-huh.
And then there's extra music tracks.
Yeah, 36 music tracks that you can select from, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah. And,
but you have to wait for that one, right?
Yeah, but the story pack is the one that is most interesting to me. I thought that game was pretty fun. Like the remixed Zelda tracks were awesome, like in 8-bit. That game was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a fun rhythm game.
Yeah.
Like there's not like I feel like rhythm games like are not like super mainstream. And like I think a Zelda crossover, because Zelda is so popular, like kind of starts to bring that like niche genre into the mainstream a little bit more, because it kind of feels like an adventure game, but it's actually secretly a rhythm game. So
yeah.
I dug that game, but like again, it's like a pretty like low profile game. I feel like if you don't follow every Switch like direct or release or troll the eShop constantly, like you could have missed that one very easily, I think.
Yeah.
Did you say what you were excited about, Camilo?
I was excited for Shin Megami Tensei. I've never played those games. I've played some Persona, so I may get that. That looks kind of cool.
Which one have you played the most? 5?
Yeah, 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on. I ordered the Persona 5. Is it Royal or Royale?
Royal.
I think it's Royale. Oh, is it Persona 5?
Did you guys say 2 different things?
It's the Royal. Yeah.
Oh, the Royal. So I ordered the Royal from GameStop with a Funko Pop for like $30 or $40 like a month ago. Nowhere. I don't know where that thing is. I don't know. It's sort of related.
I'm excited for
some games. Oh, go ahead.
I'm excited for Shin Megami Tensei 2 because I played Tokyo Mirage Sessions, which was a crossover between Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei. And I'll be interested to see what again.
I was gonna say again a game that's kind of like possibly flew under some people's radars, but it's super.
It's
super
so good.
great.
That came out on Switch this year, right? I mean, it's for.
Ooh,
I think it came out in January.
Yeah, it was like January.
But yeah, everybody slept on that game. Nobody.
Yeah.
Doubt that many people bought it, but I like JRPGs, and I think Shin Megami Tensei is like a turn-based one. I honestly, I don't know.
Yes, it is. It is.
And sometimes those are like just relaxing to me. Like they're not intense action games, so I'm excited. Try it out.
So then, so no WWE Battlegrounds for any of us, huh? I am very shocked by that.
Well, now the performance is going to be...
Your...
Because, like, the last WWE game on Switch ran terribly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, comparatively, it's going to be the best thing that people have ever played.
It's probably going to be really fun. I bet it's really fun.
Yeah.
Have you ever played... Do you remember the WF games probably back in the day?
Yeah, from Genesis and Super Nintendo.
And N64. Like, there was this one called Warzone, and it was, like, so fun because it was so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, if they get rid of the realistic aspects of it, it's probably gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, no, there's fire and stuff in this.
Yeah.
In the trailer, so I mean, it's not realistic. All right. So overall impressions. Then let's wrap this story up. What are you guys' overall impressions about this partner showcase? I'll go first. I had extremely low expectations, and I was excited to see Shin Megami Tensei games. So I actually, I enjoyed it because I thought it was going to be nothing, and I got something that I wanted. What did you guys think?
I thought it was cool at the end. I did think it was a little short. It was only like 8 minutes, but
yeah,
I can understand why, because it's just like all the crazy stuff that's been happening in the world.
They did say this is the first.
Yeah, they did.
Partner showcase. So I don't know if we're gonna get more in the future. Near future.
I mean, I think so. Isn't that what that means?
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. It's so weird. It's weird. They said it's like the first partner showcase or the first. Nintendo.
I wonder if that was a way for them to tamp. What am I trying to say? Tamp down expectations. Yeah. Like, because like people are like, oh, it's going to be a Nintendo Direct. Like, holy, let's put on our seatbelts and get out our G Fuel because like this is going to be the best thing I've ever seen in my life. But like they're like, no, this is like a thing that we're presenting because it's our company, but it's actually other companies' games. So like, calm it down. Like, this is a new thing.
Maybe they should have. They should have changed the branding. Like, maybe it shouldn't have been called Nintendo Direct. Maybe it should have just been called a partner showcase.
Maybe. I mean,
I think they should have mentioned Shin Megami Tensei and like what they were going to talk about, so like they could say this is the focus or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what's also...
I've seen people. Go ahead.
What was also weird is the Japanese one had different games in it. Like there,
what?
Yeah, there was
more stuff in it.
I forget what the Riser or I don't know how to say it. It's Atelier. I don't know. There was 2 different games, and then later in the day, Nintendo of America tweeted about one of the games that was showed in the Japanese Direct, and not in the American one or the English one. And man, people just went off on them. They're like, "Why didn't you just put this in with all the other games?"
Is it a Japan exclusive game?
No, it's coming to the West.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'm just like, I put my hands up. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know. My hands are up. Yeah. You can't see it right now. But
that's my impressions. Why would they have different games? Like, I would understand if maybe it's getting localized later, or like they're not announcing a Western release yet, but they announced a Western release today, and like I don't know why they didn't just have it in with all these other games.
I mean,
that's just bad. It's marketing.
It's not a popular. I don't think it's a popular game in the West, so that might be why. But you know, Shin Megami Tensei is not popular over here either. Like JRPGs are very niche. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely there is a rabid fan base for it, but it's like not anywhere close to like, you know, Call of Duty or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, final thoughts on the Nintendo Direct? Should we rename it? All in favor?
Nintendo presents.
Nintendo presents. Nintendo State of Play.
Oh my gosh. Anyways. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the other stories this week and let us know what you thought of today's story in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.